Well, it is currently 9 minutes past 7 and I'm awake and ready to leave this early because I've got to wait for my dad to give me a lift. My foot is absolutely killing me. This is twice in a week now. I've gone on a walk more than a few minutes and come back and my foot's swollen up and I can barely stand on it the next day. I think this might be becoming a problem. Right, it's currently 3:30 and we're currently in a situation where we've got a bit of a Schrodinger's car going on because I phoned the mechanic this morning. They sent someone out about 10 o'clock this morning. Anna was at home, she gave them the key. When I spoke to him on the phone, I explained to him what the issue was. He said, sounds like it's probably a battery, I'll bring a spare battery with me. If it is just that, I'll fix it on the driveway rather than bringing it all the way back to the garage, fixing it and bringing it back out. He arrived about 10 o'clock this morning, took the key from Anna, who doesn't drive by the way, which is why it's a full Schrodinger's car situation because she can't go and test this. He was there for no more than 10 minutes. She thinks she heard the car start, then he gave her the key back and left. He hasn't phoned me, I don't have any messages from me. I don't know if the car's fixed or not. So officially, mathematically, at the moment, the car is neither fixed or not fixed. And I guess we find out when I get home. My dad's picking me up in about 45 minutes. So I guess I've got about an hour of still being in this situation where I may or may not have a working car. I may or may not be able to get to work tomorrow. Right, here we go then. Key. The light's working up there, which is reassuring. Let's see, I still have no idea what's happened. Hopefully it's going to start. Well, it started and then died again. That's not, let's give it some revs. Well, it's got a little bit of life to it. It doesn't sound too clever. The headlights are proper though, so they weren't working before. We'll put the initial not starting properly down to nerves, but I think the car is fixed. So one of the things I'm trying to do as part of the health kick is avoid, hang on, hair on the lens. One of the things I'm trying to do as part of the health kick is avoid processed foods as much as possible. So nothing out of jars, nothing that someone else has made, apart from soups. I'm having processed soups at lunchtime, which is why, I don't know if you can see on my hand there, you probably can't because the light's not great in here, had a volcano explosion with my soup this lunchtime. Where I cooked the soup in the microwave as per the instructions. It was a very nice Tesco broccoli and Stilton soup. Came out of the microwave, left it to stand for a minute as it's supposed to. Got my spoon, put it in to stir it again as per the instructions, and it just exploded like a volcano all over my hand. It's burnt all across those two fingers, the back of my hand, my thumb really hurt. So that's probably my penance for not avoiding processed foods with my lunch, but seriously, don't have time to make my own soup, and I can't think of anything else healthy that I can have for lunch that I can pick up at the Tesco, which is near my work. So when I'm at home, I'm trying to avoid processed foods. So what that means is we're having spaghetti bolognese tonight, and normally spaghetti bolognese would be grab a jar of sauce, meat, spaghetti, throw it all together, nice quick dinner, ready in 15 minutes. Oh, not so when you're making the sauce from scratch. I'm making the sauce out of this book. It is a fantastic book. Back when I got divorced many years ago, basically everything I ate for about 9 months was out of this book. I batch cooked every meal that was batch cookable in here. I went shopping like once a month, spent one day a month cooking, filled my freezer up with a meal for myself for every single day. Lost about 4 stone without trying. I wasn't consciously losing weight, but because of this book and the fact that it's all healthy home cooked stuff, I was just eating nicely portioned meals that were nice and they were healthy, and it was accidental weight loss. So I thought, well, let's go back to this book a little bit. I don't want too much in the way of diet stuff, although I have bought a diet cookbook today, which I'll show you tomorrow, maybe, if we end up doing anything from it, or maybe even early next week, because shopping came today. And I'll get in trouble if I change the recipes now. But yeah, spaghetti bolognese out of this book. Always used to batch cook it. Not so this week. I've come home from work, had all my kerfuffle with the car, and I've decided to cook this from scratch on a weeknight. It takes 2 hours to cook. I've been in this kitchen for over an hour now. Dinner's not going to be ready for at least another 45 minutes. It smells fantastic, but I am starving hungry. It's nearly 7 o'clock. This is a difficult time to not resort to having some kind of snack. The car situation, by the way, still a total mystery. As you've seen, it works-ish. Didn't start first time, it did start eventually, but I've not heard from the mechanic all day. I basically rang him up, asked him to come and fix it. It looks like he's fixed it, but he's not rung me back. I don't know if I left him my phone number. I guess he knows where I live. But he's not left a bill. He's not left any explanation of what he's done. I don't actually know what repairs have taken place. I'm going to assume, because he was only here 10 minutes, he's just pulled the battery out, put another one in, and that's that. But I don't know if that is what he's done, if he's done something else on top of that. I don't know what cost there is involved in that. I assume he's going to get in touch at some point. I certainly won't be averse to it being a freebie, but I assume that's probably not what's happening, but no idea how much it's going to cost. If anyone can give me a clue how much a Skoda Octavia battery and 10 minutes of labour is, it would be nice to have a rough idea how much I've got to spend. All of which leaves the very important business of needing to give myself a reward for the day. So if you have a look on MyFitnessPal, we're just using the widget today, we're trying to be snazzy. Eating a little bit more than I normally would plan to do, but exercised a little bit more as well, so still got a nice deficit of 1,000 calories. A 1,000 calorie deficit is worth a reward of anyone's money, and I have a toy somewhere with me. Bear with me a second. A toy. It's another Captain America Civil War mystery mini, which is never going to focus in. I can't remember which ones we've got so far, and for some reason it doesn't want to focus on the box anyway. As we're in the kitchen, we get to use an appropriate tool for the job. Look at that, straight through. Doesn't cut through the cardboard quite so easily. That is not a very sharp knife. Don't know who that is. I was thinking Spider-Man, but he's not in here, is he? Black Panther, maybe? He's got quite a round head. It's Iron Man! How could I forget that Iron Man exists? There you go. The new Iron Man Mystery Mini. Let's hide my own face. Focus in is on his. That's pretty cool. I've already got a couple of Iron Man Funko Pops, but that's the first time I've had him in a Mystery Mini, so he will take pride of place on the weight loss shelf. Put that over there. And that's your lot. Hopefully this spaghetti will actually be ready at some point. It's been so long, I'm so hungry. I've got to do a podcast in an hour.